So we're coming to the end of the year. Aren't we all glad to be seeing the back end of it? But with this season being all about community and getting together and all of that, the tail end of our videos for the year are just a little bit of fun with a bit of a song and dance. Yeah, that's the angle I'm going with. And dance is the theme of today. Cause, oh boy, I just keep on digging up the most random of adaptations. You've read the title already, you know where this is going. Around the same time I discovered The Sims and Hyper Light Drifter and freaking, I don't know, the Knack movie coming soon, I'm sure. Another bigwig name I saw popping up around that old Wikipedia list was Just Dance. Somehow, Just Dance is getting a movie adaptation. I'm beyond impressed, honestly. I have a pretty shallow opinion of what I feel a film industry executive is willing to go to for profits, and I'm always stunned to hear what projects they're working on, but so far this one has to take the cake. I mean, for Portal it sounds like a stretch of a fantasy to hear such big names like J.J. Abrams attached to it. And Minecraft and FNAF seem like a demanded pipe dream that's just stuck in development forever, and even Sims seems a little out of nowhere considering the lack of plot, but at least there's a concise logic to the world to play with. Just Dance just completely baffles me. Like, how on earth is this supposed to plausibly work? Well, we're gonna try our best to piece together this peculiar puzzle, and as we always do with this adaptation series, we'll be delving into all the other bits of information confirmed that there is to know about the project. And then a little bit of speculation, ideas, and the obvious unavoidable qualms that come with the inception of the project. You know how it is. So let's get into things. Just Dance is a household name. The reasoning behind why this is a film is actually fairly straightforward, as it has the same traits as Minecraft or FNAF. It's immensely popular. I mean, the rhythm genre in video games had its heyday like 10 years ago and died out, and yet Just Dance is still going strong. I mean, the latest main series one, Just Dance 2021, just released last month, though things haven't been so smooth sailing recently, as the very first Just Dance games came out on the Nintendo Wii and continue to do so through all of its years. Even when the Wii U was released, yeah, remember that old forgotten relic? Just Dance games continued on the Wii. And the other consoles too, sure, but still. And that theme legit continued even through the Nintendo Switch's lifespan, and only with this most recent edition, only since 1 month ago, did the Nintendo Wii actually stop getting supported from the Just Dance franchise. Now, to me, that's just heartbreaking. Clearly, they're going downhill now. But seriously, I just had to point out that trivia fact. I love it. Anyway, sales-wise, these guys are still very much on top of their game. It's to the point that Ubisoft considers it to be the best-selling music video game franchise of all time, so it's no wonder some executive wants to exploit its popularity for all the money they can get. And so it shall be. And though Just Dance is a cross-platform kind of game, the actual businesses behind this film production actually have a lot more leanings towards Sony. After all, the news that sparked off all of these announcements was from the revelation that Screen Gems had acquired the rights to the franchise to turn it into a film. Now, Screen Gems are a subdivision of Sony. We'll talk more on the Sony supersized umbrella plannings for this project in a bit, but for those of you who aren't too in the know with Screen Gems, they've made an awful lot of films in the past. They seem to be known for two main things: horror movies and video game adaptations. But don't hold your breath for them though. When we're talking video game adaptations, we mean those Resident Evil films and the new Monster Hunter with the US Army crammed into the whole plot. Oh yeah, and Slender Man, the 2018 one. Oh, their track record is awfully awful. So already, as you can see, we're going in for a great start over here. But still, there's more to the tale. Sony is a massive conglomerate of a company, and they've got fingers in all sorts of other pies. Video games, music, headphones. The point is, the direction towards this kind of adaptation is actually reflective of a new business direction being made by the head of this umbrella branding. You see, Sony are currently hoping to invest in properties that perform well across multiple platforms, and with Just Dance, they're the perfect triple threat of video games, film, and music, if they can just stitch in the film part more. And hey, that can line up pretty simply since Sony is a music label owner company as well. And though Just Dance is not at all a PlayStation exclusive, it seems like the movie adaptation under their wing is implied to be leaning much more in the Sony direction, as some sources say that the final product of this film could feature quite a bit of licensed music. Wow, what a surprise there. But specifically from Sony's music label. And there's a good chunk of famous musicians that fall under that category. Well, more than a chunk, I mean, here's a Wikipedia page listing them all. I'm not really one for keeping on track with modern mainstream music, but you get the idea. My tastes are much more instrumental, basically. What you hear in the background of these videos is basically my entire iTunes library. But still, while this is presumably everyone ever, in reference to the Just Dance project directly, a few notable names have popped up. This is all, I assume, speculation, or at the very least not 100% fully officially confirmed information, but it's something worth looking at to get a sense of where this film is drifting. Some names I saw pop up in reference to this Just Dance film include the likes of Bruno Mars, Big Bang, Sean Paul, Pharrell Williams, Drake, Shakira, Blackpink, J Balvin, Camila Cabello, Alicia Keys, The Chainsmokers, Calvin Harris, Jennifer Lopez, Daddy Yankee, and Pink. I'll be honest, a lot of that just kind of goes over my head, but it sounds like your basic variety yet popular playlist. And it's interesting because not all these guys are even under Sony. So whether that's misinformation or it's just indicating a preference for Sony musicians, but not exclusively, I don't really know. But I feel like I wouldn't really be able to tell the difference anyway. But still, good to think, to know, kind of. And hey, hope you're having a very wonderful Christmas, and you should subscribe, because I'm literally never going to run out of this kind of gift content for you. Adaptations have so many rabbit holes. I found another one that you're going to hear about later in this video, so I will literally never run out of this stuff. So you should subscribe so you can see all of it. It never ends. It never ends. It will never end. Never. It will never end. It will never. Still, the music may be great and the business logic all sound, but what about the elephant in the room? What on earth is the writing gonna be like? I mean, this is the most blank-slated prompt for a script there could be, since Just Dance legitimately has no narrative. It's just a gameplay game. This sounds like a horrible idea. Or I guess if you're a super optimist, this is a great idea, as it allows for full creative freedom without being chained to trying to stick to a plotline of a game, causing it to be dragged down in the first place. Screen Gems have had issues with that in the past. This could really go anywhere. Some suggestions I've seen online is that it will be somewhat like Step Up or any other films that just surround the idea of dancing. Maybe it's just a simple film with a massive brand slapped onto it, not pushing any boundaries and just flaunting an IP they have the rights to. Maybe it's a typical love story, but the characters are playing Just Dance throughout it. Like it's that specific game experience that bonds them together as kind of part of the plot. Seems like the easy route to me. But then, if the film's not just dancey enough, will it really return on those maximum profits? Will people really come just for the brand that's slapped on in the background? But then on the other side, how just dancey can you really go when the premise is just dancing to the current top 40 hits? This seems like such an awkward tightrope that the companies have decided to walk, you know? Now, of course, there is absolutely no information on the script in front at this time, hence all the just blatant confusion, but as of right now, there is no confirmed writer or director or producer whatsoever on the project, or so most sources say. There is a little bit of muddying up with the name Will Gluck being thrown around. This guy is involved, but that's because he owns a production company by the name of Olive Bridge Entertainment, and these guys are also involved in the project. It doesn't necessarily make him director, though maybe, or more likely like an executive producer, but still, it's something to go on, so let's briefly follow it. Paints more of a picture, you know? So Will Gluck, he's previously worked on the likes of the Michael J. Fox Show, okay, interesting, and the new Peter Rabbit films. Oh, okay. As for Olive Bridge Entertainment, they're said to currently be working on Woke for Hulu, Encore for Disney+, and an untitled adult animated show for Netflix. Interesting. But while we've got these guys and Screen Gems mushed together for all of this, another challenger has appeared, since this is a Ubisoft IP, with Ubisoft Film and Television also dipping their toes in. Previously known as Ubisoft Motion Pictures, they're the guys behind all the other adaptations of Ubisoft games. So yes, these guys made the mess that was the Assassin's Creed movie. Only the best for this already shaky idea of a game adaptation. Though, as seems to be a running gag, since I've discovered that Ubisoft has their own film company with their own list of productions, I've found an even deeper rabbit hole of upcoming video game adaptations to surprise me. My god, it literally never stops. It's literally like I've cut off one head and 3 more grow. I mean, look at this. Tom Clancy, Beyond Good and Evil, the frickin' rabbids are in our future because there's not enough minions in our lives, and everything else under the sun. There's even like a Rayman-inspired adventure series with 52 episodes. It just never stops. Still, getting back on topic, though names are a bit dicey, with Ubisoft Film and Television involved, the names Jason Altman and Margaret Boykin have been thrust in as set up to produce somewhat as well, along with Jodie Hildebrandt from Olive Bridge Entertainment too. Jason's mostly done documentary shorts or been an executive producer, and Margaret Boykin is a similar Ubisoft Film and Television higher-up. Researching this, I actually discovered she's even introduced a whole fellowship program to give more opportunities to women who want to pitch and write films in the industry, which is pretty damn cool. But mostly, these guys are just the go-tos for their associated companies. Anyway, with those being the foundation of companies beneath Just Dance, that's what we're dealing with. It's interesting as well, because Screen Gems supposedly had quite the competitive bidding campaign against multiple studios to win this IP. So who knows how this would have progressed under somebody else. But talking about competition, this isn't the only dancing-centric video game adaptation of the times to be released to the masses at some point. There is somehow another. And with it comes an interesting diversion that could very well influence the end product of this project. What's another household dancing game everybody knows the name of and has probably played at some arcade at some point? How about the bigger boys, Dance Dance Revolution? Oh yeah, they're getting an adaptation too. This is just getting ridiculous. While Ubisoft started Just Dance back in 2009, DDR has been around since 1998 in Japan. Yeah, their recent-ish 10-year anniversary for Just Dance is nothing of 20 years. Owned by Konami, this project was announced back in October of 2018 rather than January of 2019, and as such has a chunk more details to discuss, and it's genuinely intriguing. Or absolutely dreadful. It depends on your perspective. Get this. The premise supposedly is about a world on the brink of destruction that can only be resolved through the universal language of dance. Wow! Talk about taking the idea to the extreme. While Just Dance sounds like any slice-of-life generic romance plot in the making, DDR over here is going for full-on save-the-world drama. Is this an alien invasion dance competition of some kind? A rogue AI only communicating in the feedback presses of a dance board? Is it about the divisive nature of society and combining everyone back together to tackle something as a unit before the world is destroyed by ignorance? I have no idea, but wow, I am intrigued. It sounds incredibly cheesy or cringy, and yet I'm desperate to see it. On the production side, it's being worked on by Greg Silverman's Stampede Ventures, previously working on all sorts of Warner Bros. Productions you've probably heard of before. The Lego Movie, Inception, Godzilla, The Dark Knight, The Hangover, all sorts. Though also the name Cara Fano appears in association with them too, previously working on The Filth. And that's all IMDb writes. Also, the reviews for it certainly ain't too hot. Still, she's overseeing the development of Stampede stuff. Other producers pop up with J. Todd Harris and Mark Markham of Branded Pictures Entertainment, previously working on Bottle Shock, The Kids Are Alright, and Piranha 3D. Alright. Or iRobot, Aliens vs Predators, Garfield, and Elsewhere. Some of these I know, others I don't, but it's a real mixed bag over here, isn't it? I mean, my only real experience of DDR is the Mario DDR game for like the GameCube, but even still, despite the mixed history, I'm invested, if not on premise alone. Is it a mecha film, like dancing powers a super weapon, or like a monster film where movement somehow communicates with them? Is it supposed to be like that one scene from Guardians of the Galaxy, or that one episode of Rick and Morty? I honestly just have no clue. But much like Just Dance, DDR also has no narrative, but this wouldn't be a first for video game adaptations, as there was already that Battleship movie. Didn't that go well? Whatever the case, that's what's also going on in that corner of the rhythm-based video game movie adaptation industry world. As for Just Dance, they're still somewhat trying to chase up some writers, or just trying to find a premise in general. Just Dance has actually been covered a couple times in other movies, but only really notably twice, and you've probably seen it scattered through our footage in this video already. But one example was in the movie Barbie Video Game Hero. Man, I gotta cover the Barbie movies one day, but only very briefly as a mini dancing sequence, I guess, as well as in... the Emoji Movie. I just can never escape this thing, can I? Had a year away from it, and now it's back. Woo. Even still, they both give us almost a kind of glimmer into how things could work. I mean, they have two opposing approaches. Barbie just has Just Dance randomly in-universe to play and dance to as one would interact with it in our reality, whilst the Emoji Movie has the in-app experience of Just Dance being part of the world and the society they live in. And though we've discussed romances or other slice-of-life stories that would fit the IP, maybe being inside the Just Dance world works just as fine for a movie too, or at least is a possible direction that they could go in. After all the other adaptations Ubisoft has had have been pretty in-universe, you know? So how would that work? Is this a society of faceless, colourful characters working a day shift of dancing in front of a screen? Is it a society powered by kinetic energy and everyone doing their part? Is it about the generations of Just Dance and their different tweaks in visual designs and opinions in music over the years? Or just the downfall of the popularity of the series if we wanted to get meta? Is it a Wreck-It Ralph experience of everyone living real lives inside of the arcade boxes? Or maybe even the celebrity musicians are the cast themselves, actually existing inside of the game rather than just being an audio track in the background. Really, the premise can literally go in any direction considering how loose the narrative is. Is it doomed to fail because it simply doesn't have anything to adapt over? Or will it be a booming success since there is so little to adapt? Is even buying such a property even worth it? I mean, I guess so. The franchise boasts 120 million players worldwide, so it's certainly got the monetary stakes behind it. But the charm of the Just Dance games is the universal and casual experience of just learning to dance to a popular song. It can capture someone's attention for 3 minutes, but dragging that out to a 2-hour experience where you just sit down and do nothing? I have a nagging feeling that's just not going to appeal to the same demographic that hoisted Just Dance so high up in the first place. I just don't see how this can all come together right now. I'm happy to not be in the writer's room with this dilemma. Maybe this film will pleasantly surprise me, but this honestly just sounds like yet another industry tale of trying to reap the benefits of a super rich IP when enough has already been done with it beforehand. I hope it's funny and witty, smart and creative, but judging by a lot of the history of the creators attached to this project so early on, as it stands right now, this looks to be yet another generic cash grab without the intention to polish it into something beyond just another profitable piece of work over like a passion project of value. But hey, maybe that's just me being a little worn down from the industry. Just Dance can truly go in any direction, so what direction do you see? Is there a premise you'd want? Or is this doomed before it's even started? I mean, how the hell are you supposed to make a Just Dance movie anyway? I'll stick to that weird DDR idea instead. I like the end of the world thing, and you know, it showed up in Scott Pilgrim that one time. It's probably showed up in more films anyway. Whatever. What dramas in the beatsy, rhythm-based music, video game, film adaptation circle? My name's been Daz, you didn't really care, and I'll see you in a bit. Well, there's construction going on outside, but they will literally not stop and give me a break, so I'm going to say it now. Thank you for making it all the way to the end on a very rare video to reach the end of because it's releasing on Christmas Day. I appreciate you the very most. You should use the word STEP into a comment so I know that you actually made it all the way to the end. On top of that, I am now going on a hiatus for the entire month of January. There might be a video or two still out this year, but then after that, I personally gonna go on a little bit of a social media break. It's good for the mental health. You hear about all sorts of other YouTubers burning out, and I could do with a bit of a break. I've been double uploading for 2 months and then just doing the grind for the rest of the year, you know? So I'll be having a little break, but I'll see you again in a few days, and then probably like February time, alright? We had a lovely song and dance with Sing and Just Dance this Christmas. I'll see you around the season for Valentine's Day, alright? Thank you very much, though. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye. I just could have said bye-bye normally. Bye-bye. Will I morph cut that to make that work? Who knows? There's a reason you didn't see me dance, by the way, in these green screens. I just can't dance.